Guys, today we've got early Jordans, retail W's, and a ton more. Let's kick it off with that retail W that almost seemed like everybody managed to get these things. Pristine looking packaging. Here we have the box, probably something that a lot of you guys are familiar with, and it seems like the lid is popping off. What's going on in here? Oh, yes. We got the Navy SB4s. I really did not think I was going to be able to get these things for retail. Thought they were going to be super limited. Turns out, I think they like doubled or tripled the stock on this colorway in comparison to the pine greens. I mean, those ones were stupid limited. Definitely did not get those for retail. I didn't manage to get it through the exclusive access thing that they did on the Nike Sneakers app. It was through a retailer. I just entered a raffle. I mean, it was actually the only raffle I entered because I'm kind of sick and tired of raffles. Like, I never win them, so I just entered one randomly and managed to get them. Super stoked about this. Now I just have to decide which ones do I want, or do I wear like one navy, one pine green? That might be a bit much. Either way, let me know if you hit on these down in the comment section. Obviously, I did a full review on these before, so if you want to get all of the details about this pair of shoes, a comparison to the pine greens, check that video out. But yeah, this is my personal pair, and I'm very, very stoked about it. This is a clean pair for the summertime. Now, this is one, we're not really going to unbox this one because I technically, or at least did the whole pickup process in my Texas video, but I did want to give you guys a little bit more details about this pair of shoes now that they've released, now that I've had them for a little while. Now, they haven't released for you guys out in the US. That's happening late May time. This is the box that you get with this pair of sneakers, which is really cool. Michael Jordan's face staring you down. And of course, it's the Jordan 3 Rare Air. Like I said, got these things when I was out in the US. Obviously, I didn't get much time to really wear them around or really even gather enough thoughts on these things before I came back. So I thought it's a great little opportunity to kind of go over some of the details because I did get some questions. First of all, quality is great. If you are someone in the EU, the UK, where these things have already released, I'm sure you're going to be super happy if you did get a pair. Suede is nice. Leather is soft and buttery. Like, you could just see that. It's real good. The tongue feels great as well. The detail on here that I guess has people kind of split is that mirrored Nike Air branding that's on, yeah, this right shoe. It's kind of one of those things where, like, it sounds great in practice, like, oh, it's a little unique detail, you know, Jordan Brand's never done this before, and that's part of the Rare Air story. For people who like everything to be perfect, you might be a little bit pissed off at that logo. Now, one thing that I haven't done yet that I think I'm going to is swap out the laces, because the laces that they gave you in here is actually pretty interesting. So I tried to show this off when I did like a little bit of B-roll in Texas, but you can't really see it. These come with, like, I don't know, they're like dip dyed kind of faded laces, so I'm going to swap them out. Maybe I'll show you in the b-roll what they look like with these laces, because I do think this is going to make them look a little bit better. So I'll show you what that looks like. But overall, if you're after this pair of shoes, you really like this colorway, I think it's really, really solid. It's a nice pair of sneakers, but I can understand. We just had the black cements, we had the Amamenyers, which are all like predominantly black Jordan 3s, so I can understand if this one is something you're gonna pass up on. Next up, we got a giant box of, you guessed it, multiple pairs. We've got multiple colorways of their latest sneaker model, and this one, I've actually tried it on. It's pretty cool. So first of all, the packaging you get is super dope. You've got like this clear plastic top thing. It's kind of like a display case. Like, how dope is that? So this is the Under Armour Echo. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but this pair of shoes is a lifestyle model, even though it, I guess, is kind of shaped like almost like a running shoe. This colorway in particular is super cool because it's got like carbon fiber around the back. You've got like this mesh-based upper with, I guess, some kind of trail-like laces. These are something you find on like a trail shoe. The midsole, insanely soft. Like, this cushioning, really, really comfortable. It is a little bit heavier than a like running shoe, like a serious running shoe. Definitely geared towards lifestyle. And the coolest thing about this pair of shoes is it's actually designed to be a sneaker or a mule. So you fold down that little back bit, you slip in, and originally I thought, like, there's no way that's going to be comfortable. There's no way this is going to feel like it stays on your foot. But trust me, I've worn these things around and it feels insanely comfortable. It doesn't feel like an unnatural thing to switch it from like a sneaker to a mule. Like, I've been sliding my feet into here and walking around and they feel great. This one I think is my favorite colorway just because it's so wearable and simple. This is the white and black pair that looks dope. Honestly, Under Armour's been cooking. These things are really cool. And then last colorway that we got is this one, which, yeah, is definitely not my favorite. It's just a little bit too much going on. You got the pink, the green, but I do like the sail, like, I guess, overall color that you get on here. So that's dope. But the rest of it, I probably wouldn't wear these. Next up, we got quite a heavy package. Not entirely sure what to expect with this one. Ooh, okay, so this is Chris Brown's latest shoes. Oh, these are light. So you're mainly getting the weight from the box, but this is Chris Brown's boot. That is insanely soft. So I don't know how many of you guys remember the slides that they did, the Chris Brown Nami slides. Well, this is, I guess, the boot version, which honestly is like a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. Like, it's not super chunky like a regular boot. It just kind of, I don't know, almost acts like a normal shoe and then just has like an extended portion up here. This foam is very soft. It's like something you would find on a pair of Crocs or something like that, just like an EVA. It really reminds me of those Adidas shoes, the Adilet 22s, I think they are. That's what this topographical shape thing going on, that's what that really reminds me of. Either way, these things are pretty cool. Cool looking pair of waterproof boots. Speaking of foam shoes, gotta show you these. So this is another one with a split release. Like, these already dropped here in the UK, but they haven't for you guys out in the US, I don't think. Regular Nike box. Now, this one, by the time you're watching this video, you've probably seen the review. This is the Nike React X Rejuvenate Slide. Now, this one's interesting because I think it has a lot of anticipation behind it just because of the clogs, which I think everybody knows about by this point. Like, suddenly Nike makes a foam pair of shoes when I thought everybody was kind of like moving on from foam shoes, and everybody loves it. To their credit, this is the first really compelling slide, and the rejuvenates the clogs, really compelling from Nike that I've seen. All of the rest of the stuff has been nowhere near this good, and I think it's just because they use this React X material, which is super, super soft. You've got an outsole traction pattern. These are nice. There's going to be a lot more colorways dropping, I think, on the 23rd. Maybe there's a white pair, a blue pair, and then this black one. I personally would probably go for the louder colors, like a blue or a white, just because, you know, summertime, I think this would be a banger pair of slides to rock. They look good, they're super comfy. Same thing with the clogs. It's just kind of like a personal preference thing. Do you prefer slides or clogs? If you are interested in these, $60. This is a dope pair of shoes. And if you want like a comparison between Yeezy slides and other stuff, then go and check out the review I did on these. I compare them to the Rejuvenates and then also Yeezy slides. Right, I think I ordered this one ages ago, but I saw these things for a great price and I couldn't help myself. Damn, they put them in such a ginormous box. It's crazy. No paper? What? Okay, whatever. This is the Adidas MTW, or Meta Wave. I don't know why it doesn't come with any paper. I mean, I've showcased them on the channel before, this model, but this is a colorway I just could not resist. Damn, and I actually really like this colorway. This is a banger. So if you guys didn't know the story or the lore behind this pair of shoes, it's a model that's exclusive to China. So the only way that you can get this pair of shoes is through resale platforms like StockX or GOAT. And typically, you know, depending on the colorway, a lot of them can be a little bit more pricey. But this one on StockX was like going for a really reasonable price, like maybe just a fraction above retail. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this one up. You've got the blue, the white. This is a really clean pair. Way better than the other colorway that I got. It's crazy. Ever since I went to China, I just started racking up the exclusive sneakers that they sell out there. I've got like the XLG Runner, I've got the Wonder Runner, these things. There's like a ton, and I did make a video on all of the ones that I have. But new colorway, I'm super stoked about this. You got light strike cushioning. They are very comfortable. They are super chunky though, so that's just something to keep in mind. It's just unfortunate that Adidas has like a whole exclusive range of shoes just out in China. Speaking of paying resale for stuff, you know, I had to do this one. Yep, I did it. Honestly, I don't think resale prices are that bad. Considering what this is, like, I'm glad that they did probably a lot more pairs than the originals. So if anything, it's kind of the perfect time to buy these things right now. I got the Union Jordan 1s. I think this pair of shoes is just a must-have if you're someone who never got the other two colorways of the Unions. It's just kind of like I've freaking looked at those other ones with such like, damn, I really want those pairs of shoes, but would just never pay that price. So now that we can get, in my opinion, even a cooler colorway, these were always going to be in the collection. I think this is going to be a heavy, heavy pair in the rotation this summer. In my opinion, the sail laces are the way to go, but I've seen some people rock it with the orange ones. In my opinion, it's just a little bit too, you know, Ronald McDonald-ass, so I would stay with the sail. Or the black. Let me know if you managed to get the Union Jordan 1s. Did you have to pay resale, or did you get them for retail? Final one. This is going to be interesting. As far as I can tell, everyone was super excited for this pair of shoes until the official images came out. And all of a sudden, the comments were like switching up completely. But hey, we'll be the judge of that. Let's see what these things look like. Okay, box. I love. This is dope. It almost brings back a little bit of freaking nostalgia to when the Lost and Founds dropped. These are obviously just reverse. So now instead of the orange lid, you've got the orange box and then the black and red lid on top. But the distressing, all still the same. It's all still there. Paper is different. I don't know if I was expecting that. This is like brown paper. You don't often see that with any Jordans. Oh boy. Yep, they're definitely aged all right. Damn. Okay, so you don't get, you know, some of the cool little storytelling and added extras that they did on the Lost and Founds, but the actual, like, shoes themselves, very, very similar, if not the exact same. Man, this is a cool colorway, though. Like, the UNCs, I never had the, when was the last ones? Like, 2016 or something? Whenever the last ones dropped, I never had those, and these just look so freaking vibrant. That UNC blue. So, people's issue with this pair of shoes is the aging, right? So, how sailed this midsole is in particular, because the upper doesn't actually look as sail as it does with those official images. I will say that it plays a nice balance of being off-white rather than solid freaking sail like they have on this midsole. But let's compare it to the Lost and Founds and see how different it is. Immediately, this is not even in the same league at all. Like, that is so much more yellow than the Lost and Founds. So this is not solid white on the Lost and Founds. It's kind of a little bit dulled down, so it's not that super contrasty look. And it looks like they've even gone a little bit further with these UNCs. You can tell if you take a look at the toe box, it's a little bit more dull and gray on this UNC pair, which honestly I think does separate it from the originals or the last UNCs that dropped quite a bit. The aged crackling effect is all still there, exactly the same as the Lost and Founds, and then underneath that looks very, very oxidized. You got that white outsole, which does look pretty cool. Honestly, look, I understand some people saying that they don't like the aged look on a sneaker, but I think with this colorway, with the UNC blue, it looks sick. I like it. I also don't mind the cracked leather either on this pair, because I always thought the cracked leather on the black collar, like was on the Lost and Found, that did make it look pretty ashy and kind of cooked, but with the white, you can barely notice it. It's just like, it's very, very slight. I don't know, guys. Honestly, I'm happy with these things. I am so freaking happy with them. I really like this colorway. I think if you just want to go with that pop, like these things with a pair of shorts in the summertime, you've got a banger. But yes, I do completely understand people who do not like the aging or the sailing. This is definitely on the extreme side. These are going to be dropping May the 10th, and of course I will do a full review for you guys. You can see them with a bunch of different outfits and all of the little details. But let me know down in the comment section, do you like the UNC Reimagined, or is it a pass? But hey, I'm gonna slip these things on, get started on that review, and in the meantime, if you want to check out another video, all you gotta do is click that one right over there.